Kansas Senator Roger Marshall was on with us a week ago, and he showed us this map of farmland owned by the Chinese. How big a problem is this?
It's a huge problem. I've got to give a shout out to Secretary Brooke Rollins. She made history today in a couple of ways. One is by going right after this problem. I know what that map looks like, and the idea that communist Chinese agents could set up shop to surveil our military bases, watch what's coming and going by land and by air, and if they're close to the water, by sea, is insane. The other thing that Secretary Rollins promised to aggressively do and work with the states on is claw back the assets that the Chinese have taken. It's not just the land. I don't know if you remember, Rob, when China bought Smithfield Foods. It's the biggest pork producer in the world. Now China controls a large portion of the pork supply around the world. They bought Syngenta, which is a seed company, high-tech seed company. And then, of course, just most recently, this crazy thing where the new shoe bomb was a bioweapon, where this Chinese woman tried to smuggle in these seeds that are invasive species.
Yeah, and this is the Chinese.
Really do great damage.
Peter, the Chinese have been doing this for decades. Any previous administration could have addressed this issue, and it's gotten completely out of hand. And for at least 25 years, the White House has looked the other way. That stopped today. That's a good thing. Donald Trump on Truth Social just a couple hours ago. A new study by the Council of Economic Advisors has found that tariffs have had zero impact on inflation. In fact, the study shows that import prices are actually dropping. Tariffs are making our country boom.
Yes. Someone
should show this new study to Too Late Jerome Powell, who's been whining like a baby about non-existent inflation for month. Inflation's at 2.4%. 3 years ago in June, it was over 9%. You wrote an op-ed for The Hill saying Jerome Powell needs to be able to recognize that Trumponomics is driven by pro-growth deregulation without fueling inflation. What is going on with Jerome Powell? And at this point, why won't he lower rates? Because now it just feels like he's acting, he's not playing politics, he's just being a baby at this point.
He's an obstinate fellow, to say the least. I nominate him for the worst Fed chair in history and go through in the op-ed how he compares to other Fed chairs. But the reality here, Rob, is he's made two major blunders that everybody agrees on. In the first Trump term, because he didn't understand the power of Trumponomics to have growth without inflation, he raised rates too soon. So he was too soon, Powell. He cost us at least a percentage point of growth because of that, according to the own Fed study. Major blunder. In the under Biden, he sucked up to Biden to get reappointed, didn't raise interest rates as inflation took hold. And his major blunder there was twofold. There was he raised rates.
Wait,
so
Peter,
he was
Peter, say that one more time.
Powell there.
He sucked up to Joe Biden to get reappointed, and then he lowered rates at least twice in the months leading up to the election to help Joe and then Kamala Harris win the election. That didn't happen. Now he's got to deal with Donald Trump, and the guy's been playing politics since January 20th.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.